So you're gonna go, what is the next step? Propeller area clear, so look for kids nearby, anybody outside. You're gonna open the window and yell clear. Clear! Okay, looks good. Go ahead and close the window. Yep. You can go ahead and close the window if you want, or it'll be a little noisy. There we go. So go ahead and put the ignition switch in. So you're gonna do, it's gonna go boom, boom to both, and then you're gonna do start, and then once it hits start, you're gonna wait till the engine catches, and then you're going to get to 1,000 RPMs. Is it working? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. So you're gonna put one hand here, one hand there, and go ahead. You're gonna go to 1,000 RPM as soon as it catches. Excellent. Back up in. Perfect. Nice job.
So I was very happy, looking forward to start my flight training, and this is how my day began. So just driving normally 65 miles an hour, but my brain actually was kinda this way, very fast. And I am Marcello Cicchini, and I am with my official CFI Devon Fitzpatrick. And we took off the 34 right runway towards northeast over the Lake Stevens area. And the date was November 17th, 2021, and today is January 16th, 2022. Lake Stevens is where Chris Pratt, the actor, spent his childhood growing up here. The shape of this lake looks like little Africa to me. Even though I flew with small airplanes before as a passenger, for me now as a student pilot, I face it with a different approach, because despite I am dealing with a few challenges, I am committed to overcome them and to follow through and learn every day more and more. Now I realize that the more I understand how the wings work, how the airplane flies, the more at home I feel inside the Cessna 152, in that space where only birds feel at home inside, quote unquote, their skin, under their feathers. After 2 months, one thing is for sure, many things are coming together. But now I want to focus on that November 17th, 2 months ago, and what impact it had on me. As soon as I began taxiing towards the runway for departure, I realized that there was something more to learn here. I was practically facing my own fears, and most likely facing myself, in front of a mirror that doesn't allow you to look to the other way. I saw myself the way I used to avoid stress, choosing easier challenges, to stay in my own comfort zone in other areas in my life journey. Well, this time I deposited a considerable chunk of my savings to the flight school account, and I signed the non-refundable policy, which gave me an extra 5% of discount on airplane rentals, but still no refundable. It was like burning another bridge behind me. Well, my only option was just to follow through. After driving cars for 4 years, using your hands to steer and your feet to accelerate and brake, here is something different. So, steering with your feet and accelerating with your hands, kinda out of place, but yeah, I'm getting there. But actually I came here to learn how to fly an airplane. But now I'm facing something that I didn't know was there. As soon as I left the ground behind, the airplane felt to me like I was going to fall to the ground imminently, any minute. Instinctively, I tried to balance my weight forward the more I could, because relaxing my back against my seat meant in my brain that the airplane was going to pitch up, stall, and plumb down. And that was obviously only in my brain. I was actually pretty safe. We climbed up to 3,000 feet over the sea level, and now he asked me to climb other 300 feet. What I'm doing today are straight and level flights, and then shallow turns, climbs, descents, and slow flight. These are simple maneuvers, but are the foundation of more complex ones, which I practice in the following days and weeks. And here's where I told Devon that I was freaking out, and he was like, don't worry, you're safe. Devon works with me at Boeing. He's actually an engineer for the Boeing 767. Yesterday, January 15th, I did my knowledge test in an FAA facility, and I got 97% score, which means out of 60 questions, I answered only one wrong. He was very proud of me. And yesterday we flew a Piper Seneca, which is a six-seater IFR capability airplane, which means that this airplane can fly in zero visibility, and he's getting this instrument proficiency with his teacher, so they took me with him, and for an hour practice. It's all on tape, so I'm going to expose that video in a few weeks. And actually, in that hour, many things happened. They simulated a engine failure, so they stopped the engine. We flew with one engine, and while we were doing this, they were doing this. Devon, my instructor, was wearing, which we call foggles, with there are goggles with obstruction of external visibility. You can see only inside the cockpit, so flying by instrument, blinded from the environment outside. And he was that way for half an hour, and I told him, listen, after today, man, I have to tell you, I admire you more. And he was like, oh, yes, thank you, man. And now here we are back on the ground, like resuming all this human life. Well, thinking about this, yes, we resumed the human life, because when I want to learn to fly an airplane, I have to leave everything behind, my own brain, my own biases, my own belief systems. I have to leave it behind. And the more I go through this, the more respect I feel for these people, because being a pilot is not an easy life, it's not an easy process. It's a transformation, it's something that there you go, you have respect for nature, for the environment, how powerful the weather is, and admiration for the birds that naturally live in that environment, at like I said before, like at home. And we are inside this scheme of this airplane that takes us there. I always imagine when I drive a car, it's like an extension of my body to do a certain activity, to shorten distances. That's why a car exists. And the airplane is a different a vehicle which shorten also distances and allow us to fly from A to B, and I don't know, it's kind of awareness of the value of simple things. That's it.